All right. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes, I can.
Weird. What a catchy tune.
Awesome. Cool.
Froze there for
I'm
a minute.
coming clear. I'm going off the I froze.
Yeah. Okay. You're good now.
All right. I'm gonna keep an eye on that. For now, yeah. I'm sitting outside the library. Because I thought there was this place in the library where I could go and be on like a video call. They do have a conference room, but it's being used. So there's really nowhere else I can go. And I was like, I could go to a coffee shop, but Rise Up's closed. Anyway, plus it's nice outside. I feel like this could be a green screen, or it's just nature in its infinite nature.
It is a nice background.
So anyway, but yeah, it's cool. I'm just like keeping an eye on things too. I'm watching it live and in person on the YouTube channel. It's on a delay, so we're good.
That's
so
cool.
If you make if you accidentally if you toot or something in the background, I might be able to edit it out real quick before it hits real time.
Thank you. Glad you got my back.
No promises. No promises. So cool. Well, yeah, let's get into it, Ariel.
All right. Well, I guess I'll just be sharing with you for now.
Let's get into it. Yeah.
Okay. 800-gram challenge. What is it? Sweet. So 800-gram challenge, it's going to be 30 days. And the whole goal is for 30 days straight, you really want to focus on having 800 grams worth of fruits and vegetables. That is by weighing it with a scale, ideally. And you can have the variety that you want. If there are certain fruits and vegetables that you don't like, don't feel like you have to eat those. You stick to the things that you enjoy. The beauty about this challenge is you don't have to eliminate anything. So you can maintain what you are eating and drinking as of now on a daily basis, and you're just kind of gearing your focus on what you're prioritizing. So that kind of just makes it to where you are getting fuller on the healthier things and maybe not eating as many of those French fries or whatever it is that, maybe you should have a little bit less of. So it's not restrictive, which is why I love this challenge. I've done this challenge one other time before, and it's great. I really do enjoy it. And it's sustainable too, because you can do it while traveling, during holidays, get-togethers, even when you're out to eat, you can still maintain it, which is awesome. Having 800 grams is roughly 6 cups. And if you break up those 6 cups into one full fist, that would be an easy way if you're out to eat or at a get-together. You just measure a fistful of your fruit or vegetables. So it's really handy in that way. So that's kind of what the challenge itself is. So focusing on that for those 30 days. And ideally, building the habit to where you continue to have that and turn it into a lifestyle, because we all know that we need our fruits and vegetables. And this is a great way to build that habit. We have the accountability as we're doing the challenge together. The cost of the challenge is $25. That pays for the programming and everything that we need to lead this to help everybody be successful. There is a link that you guys can sign up with on SugarWOD. If you have any questions or concerns on how to do that, you can obviously reach out to Coach Eric or any of the other coaches and myself. So that is the cost. There is also some points in scoring. So as far as points go, you can get up to 7 points a day. You will log your points with SugarWOD, just like we log our workouts. We will have a drop-down tab for those who sign up for the challenge itself. You will go to the 800 gram challenge and you can log you'll get 4 points if you get the full 800 grams. If you get 790, you're close, but you get 0 points for that scoring portion. You really want to aim for that 800 grams or more. You don't get extra points for getting over. Good job, but 4 points solid for getting those 800 grams in. So, and we get the most points out of that because obviously that is the bulk of what we're focusing on. Your next set of points will come from a daily task. Daily tasks will be on the SugarWOD page. So as soon as you pop into there, you'll watch a video. It could be an education video or maybe a planning video. For example, like planning a meal, also sharing something maybe with a friend. And there will be ways that you can do that. And so the video itself will explain. And if you watch the full video, you get 2 points for that for your daily task. And then the final point will be 1 point for exercise. So we know because it's summer, a lot of people are traveling and you may not be able to make it to the gym all the time. We totally understand that. So we decided that if you just get 30 minutes of exercise in, then you can log that as your exercise for that 1 point. And you would just log it in SugarWOD just like you would any other time that you were working out at the gym. Maybe you're dropping in at a different box or you're out traveling. So if your score doesn't line up with the regular WOD, you could put 0 and then put your details in the comments below. Many of you already do that. So if you do that already, or if you do that, that counts. So 30 minutes of, it could be going for a walk, walking your dog, maybe doing kayaking, hiking, running, obviously doing a workout at the gym, anything like that. As long as you get at least those 30 minutes, that would count for your single point for that. There will also be bonus points. We won't introduce those until week 3. And so I will save that portion for then, but just know that you can get bonus points later on. Let's see. So you get 7 points total daily, which equals to 210 points for the entire challenge. We will be doing prizes. There will be a grand prize winner for whoever gets the top of the leaderboard. The beauty of SugarWOD is it will help keep score and you'll be able to see who's in the lead. So grand prize winner will get the grand prize, which is a barbecue themed basket of goodies. Could be corn on the cob with some meat, some gym goodies. We'll just have an awesome basket full of all sorts of things that you could grill, really going with our theme of vegetables and fruit. It's going to be awesome. You're really going to like it. We'll get some local organic foods and whatnot. So it's going to be really worth it. We will also be doing a participation prize. So for each week, you'll get participation or a chance to get a participation point. So maybe you're not getting your full 800 grams that day, but you are getting your workout in or you are getting the daily tasks in. As long as you are still trying in any of those categories, you can still get a participation prize. And of course, we want you to try, regardless of whether you can max out those points or not. We still want you to try. So for week 1, we'll have a coffee gift card. Week 2 participation prize will be some wrist wraps that I have on hand that I've made. Some of you already have a pair, so someone will be gifted with those. If I remember correctly, they have anchors on them, so it kind of suits the theme of the gym. Let's see, week 3 will be a month free of the Sunday weightlifting that Coach Eric does. And then of course, week 4 will be the grand prize winner. Yeah. As far as tiebreaker. So we have some tiebreaker options. If we need to use those options, we will come to it, but we won't get into that unless we need it. A couple more things. So I want to put together a Facebook page. Once we see who all is joined, I want to do a private Facebook group, and that'll be where we will share, maybe if you have a certain recipe or you find things that work better for you that you want to share with others, that'll be the place that we'll go to kind of share and help each other out. Of course, if you don't have Facebook, I will happily give you my email or my cell phone number so we can text and chat. If there's any daily tasks that maybe are being shared in the Facebook group and you don't have that, we'll be sure to make sure that you're getting those points by reaching out to me personally. Let's see, what else? Oh, so the big thing, what counts and what does not count. Of course, we have, the straightforward fruits and vegetables, bell peppers, cucumbers, lettuce, you name it, all those things that are pretty straightforward. But there's actually some other things that you may not realize count. Things like avocado, olives, even beans. You can do corn. The cob doesn't count because you're not ingesting the cob. So anything that you're actually eating. So if you have an orange peel or an orange, obviously you're not counting the peel. You're only counting the portion that you're eating. Peas, so frozen or fresh. Potatoes count, but not fried. So the catch with this is you want to make sure that you're getting the whole food. If it is processed in any way, it's taking away a lot of those nutrients, which is part of this challenge, is getting those nutrients, those whole foods, which is what's going to make you feel healthy, get those minerals and everything that we need. So things that wouldn't count: French fries, veggie chips, plantain chips, anything that is highly processed. Those are things that we just can't count because it has all those extra processed ingredients and it takes all the good stuff out. If you have a doubt, if you don't know if it doesn't count or not, don't count it to be on the safe side. Some other things that you could count: if you do any kind of applesauce or applesauce packets, those can count, or even like baby food. You just have to check the label to make sure it's still clean. If you had any kind of extra oil or sugar or anything else that seems questionable, if it's not straight fruit, don't count it. Let's see, nuts and grains do not count. So you have nuts and grains on the not count side, but the beans and potatoes do count. So you have carbs there, some count, some don't. And of course, we can go over this more. This will all be broken down a bit more as the challenge kicks off. And we'll have more lists to give you in person. Another question that I know people have is, what about recipes? So if you are putting together your own recipe, you can definitely count those fruits and vegetables. For example, if you are making a smoothie in the morning, just weigh your fruit. If you're doing like strawberries, frozen strawberries, weigh them before you put them in, put all your other ingredients together, and you can count that. Or if you're making a soup, it's a little more work with a bigger meal like that. You have to weigh all your vegetables and then put it in and figure out roughly how many servings you will be giving out, and then how much you're going to consume. So however many servings you consume is how much you would count with those vegetables. Obviously, you don't have to be perfect. It's not perfection. It's a lifestyle. You want to learn to get better. The more you weigh it and eyeball it, the more you're going to be like, hey, I know this is pretty darn close to what I need. So that's the whole idea behind it, is just learning to have it as a lifestyle. It's not meant to be restrictive or stressful by any means. I don't know. Eric, do you think I covered everything? Anything else I should add?
I think so far so good. Like you said, it's real simple. It's is it a fruit? Cool, you can eat it. Is it a vegetable? Yes, you can eat it. Are you not sure if it's a fruit or vegetable? Then maybe don't eat it. Or you can eat it, it just doesn't necessarily count. I think it's one of those, like, if you're not totally sure, like you said, some of those other things too. I'll pop it up here. Like an avocado counts, right? 65 grams for an avocado. Again, a couple other important things: the beans, potatoes. Those are sometimes, whatever the diet is, sometimes they don't count. Guess what? They count. But it has to be a whole food. I think that's what sometimes people get confused with. It has to be a whole food. You mentioned earlier going out to a restaurant. So like you can kind of eyeball it if you're out at a restaurant. Like you have to know what's in it. So like maybe you order a salad while you're out. Maybe you can kind of, if you kind of eyeball, it might be a cup or two of salad, salad greens, and maybe it's half an onion. You can kind of eyeball that and figure it out. But if you're not sure, don't count it. Make it up somewhere else. And this is purely honor system. Like we're trusting. I think we've got a gym full of good people that no one's going to try and buck the system and take advantage for the wonderful prizes. But that's I think that's a big one that some people get confused about. So going over that, and like Ariel said, as we get into it more, we'll have, if you need lists or something, we have lists of foods that you can eat. And again, the key here is, as I have it here, throughout this graphic, eat all the fruits and vegetables you want. You can still, this donut right here, you can still eat that donut. You can still eat that donut. The key is just make sure you get those 800 grams. And so that's where the beauty of this, it's not limiting. You're not limited in what you can and cannot eat. You're just make sure you eat your fruits and vegetables, and the rest will kind of take care of itself.
Yep.
That's cool too. Some other stuff too, like have you kind of goal setting? Like what are your, what should people expect from the start of this to the finish of this? And if I can correct you too, it's actually 28 days straight. So it's 4 weeks. It's 28 days.
My bad.
This, so 4 or 7 weeks. Yeah. So over the course of these 28 days, like what can people expect? Weight loss or weight gain or stay even? Like what could people possibly expect, or maybe what should they do from the get-go to kind of give themselves something to shoot for?
Yeah, that's a good question. So one of the things, you always hear about those like 30-day challenge, you're going to drop 10 pounds, yada, yada, yada. This is definitely not one of those things. This is meant to be a lifestyle, not an instant, 10-pound drop. So when you are introducing, maybe more fiber in your diet, you might feel a little more bloated. You might get a little more water weight. So you might see the scale change a little bit. Don't be scared. It's just your body adjusting. All of our weights gain, we all fluctuate a lot throughout the day. You might find that, 1 week you're like, yeah, I dropped a bunch of weight. And then the next week feeling a little off. It's normal. This isn't meant to be an obsessive thing about weight loss. It's just making sure that you are getting those important nutrients that we all know that we need and focusing on that. Yeah. Sort of about what I got on that. I mean, I just know that, when you get more fiber into your diet, sometimes you might get a little stomach adjusting. And so,
and just FYI, if you're getting enough protein in your diet, fiber will help your body process that protein much better, thus helping your muscle repair after workouts, thus making you stronger, and like helping your body. So that's one of those too. You may see a little weight gain, or it might be because you're keeping muscle on. I'll tell you, if you see massive weight gain, massive weight loss at the end of it, then if anything, that should just be a sign that like, ooh, I needed this more than I realized. Like if you drop 10, 15 pounds at the end of this 28 days, that's a sign that you probably needed this more than you realized. And by this, I mean making that change, being a little bit more mindful of the fruits and vegetables that you take in on a daily basis.
Yeah. And
it's
I
cool.
mean, if you are focusing on the weight loss part of this, like I highly encourage you. I always tell people who are doing any kind of challenge, take photos of yourself in like a swimsuit or something. Obviously keep those photos to yourself. But doing like a before and after, like a day 1 and a day 30, you'd be surprised on your body composition. So maybe taking some photos if you want to take some measurements. And once again, just keep those to yourself. You don't have to share them publicly at all. But that could be something that you do kind of to kick off this thing. And that's totally optional, of course.
Cool.
Yeah.
And yeah, awesome. So I had another question for you. So you said you did this before?
Yes. When I was
pregnant. You were what?
When I was pregnant.
I think you said you got pregnant. I'm like, fruits and vegetables do that? Wow. Keep it PG. So did you make it all 28 days?
No, sadly, only because I had emergency issues when I was pregnant with Elizabeth, and so I got admitted to the hospital. Which, if I took it more seriously, I probably could have maintained it because of the option of being able to be there. But I strongly got through like the first couple weeks, and then I had to get admitted. So,
I
and then
guess that's fair. Yeah, that's most of you probably will not be able to use that excuse to fall off. And if we start to see you fall off, we'll jump on you. What did you find was what was something that you found like early on was a challenge, but as you got through it, you found, okay, this is getting a little bit it's becoming more routine.
I think it was just finding a little bit more variety. Now I feel like I'm better at kind of having the same things over and over again. It doesn't bother me. But back then, being pregnant, having all the cravings, I just wanted to have something that was different taste and different flavor. And so kind of finding the variety that I liked and enjoyed that satisfied my cravings as a pregnant woman, that was probably the challenge. So this time around, I think I'm going to be able to do that part a little bit easier because I have a pretty consistent eating schedule as it is with the same like 5 different vegetables. So I think that'll be okay. But that was definitely the challenge. But then I also discovered while doing it last time that I love mushrooms. And as a child, I hated mushrooms. And so we never ate them as a young adult. And then I tried them during the last challenge. I was like, oh, I actually like these again. Or just in general.
Did you like saute them or fry them? Or did you just eat them raw?
I don't mind them raw, like on a salad, but I actually like them sauteed in grass-fed butter or ghee with a lot of salt. Yeah. ZZ also loves them, which is really funny to see him. Z loves mushrooms, and then Luke likes to eat handfuls of raw spinach.
Yeah.
It's very strange, but they both just love it.
Like Popeye, man.
Yeah.
What was if you were say you're coming up at the end of the day and you're like real close, like maybe you're anywhere from 100 to 150, like did you have like a go-to fruit or vegetable? You're like you're just so tired, like I just got to eat this to get my 100. Like did you have a go-to to get like a big chunk out of the way, maybe even to start the day? Like I want to start off strong, like I'm gonna eat this to like get myself ahead of the game.
Not that I can actually recall, but I think going into it this time around, kicking off the day with like for sure a banana, because I always do a shake in the morning, or most mornings I do a shake, and so making sure I have like a full banana in my shake, and then maybe
not the peel. The peel doesn't count. Why?
You don't eat it.
You don't eat the peel. Don't count the peels. Don't count the peels. Don't count the cores. All right. And that's I guess one thing too you kind of touched on too. One person said to me that they're kind of like turned off by because like I don't want to get into a bunch of like weighing and measuring and this and that. Hey, cool. Like Ariel said, it's about 1 cup. It's about 1 fistful. If you give yourself measure 1 fistful, and if that's as much as you're willing to do, cool. Then this is for you. Don't get so like but honestly though, if that's what it is, otherwise just put it on a damn scale. It's not I'm gonna go hard here. It's not that hard. It's not that hard. And you and I were talking about it earlier. After about a week or so, you'll start to realize you don't even have to weigh it. Like I know that a banana weighs about this. I know that an apple weighs about this, and you'll just be able to log it. And good thing too. I don't remember you mentioned this. Logging. What's the best way for people to log, keep track? Like, do you think? Yeah.
As for me, what I did last time is I just had a Post-it note with a pencil next to my scale, and I kept track throughout the day. If you like to be on your phone or have it available on your phone, you can make a notes kind of thing. But yeah, the Post-it note with a pencil was go-to. Cool. Nothing fancy.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
This one is I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. This is really the first nutrition challenge we've ever done. So we're coming up on year 6 at Fairwinds, and so this is something that people have asked for, and I'm excited because this is a simple entry, like low barrier to entry sort of like nutrition challenge, and makes it real simple too to get in it. And it's eat fruits and vegetables. That's it. You guys got that. So
no, it's good for sure. And you'll probably see a change in your performance at the gym too, because when you start filling up on things that properly fuel your body and eat less of the things that you probably don't need all the time, your body's going to thank you, and you'll perform pretty good in the gym. So there's some motivation.
I'll tell you what, this is the time too, because it's getting hot out now, and we probably all think we're drinking enough water, and we're probably not. but fruits and vegetables can be hydrating. So it's a way of keeping your body intact as we go. So heck,
Absolutely.
throw a little dash of salt on like an orange, and that salt will give you the some of the electrolytes that you need, and that make that orange even sweeter. It tastes like candy. Oranges are like eating candy,
They are.
and bananas are nature's Snickers bar. I think it's the perfect food, right? So
Right. But they have to be
anyway,
like perfectly ripe. Otherwise, bananas are kind of,
yeah,
kind of
yeah, that's true. Well, they ripen pretty quick in this humidity right now. So anyway, well, awesome. Well, we forgot to. Well, did you have anything else you wanted to throw in?
No, I think I covered everything on my
Cool.
little list here.
Cool. Like she said, if you have more questions or you think of something later, either like you can throw it at throw it in the comments under here, or you can contact. Do you mind if I put your email address out there?
No, totally fine.
You can hit Coach Ariel at fairwindscrossfit.com. Shoot her an email if you have any questions. I'll leave it up to her to give out her phone number to text her. I don't want to put that out there in the world because, well,
Appreciate
Colin
that.
might have to go take care of some people. So it's yeah. If you got any other questions about it, contact Coach Ariel and ask your coaches too. If you're in class, if your coach doesn't have an answer, they'll let one of us know as well. This is gonna be a good one. But something we forgot to mention at the top of this.
Yes.
So I hope people are still tuned in. But we have an announcement. So right up here, the committed club for June. So these are all the people that logged 14 workouts in the month of June. And so, as I said last month, going into it, whether it was in the gym or if you're logging your workouts off the creek, if you're doing them at home or at another gym, just make sure you log them because I can go look and see who's been the active days that people have been logging workouts. And so this is the group this month. So nice little group. And just a little highlight there, Michelle Morgado led the month with 303 fist bumps. So if you are looking for support, don't look any further than Michelle Morgado. She's got your back. But as we do, like there is a little prize to be given at the end of the month. I did a random. It wasn't a drawing. I go to this site and I put everyone's name in, and it puts everyone's name on a spinny wheel, and I push the button and it spins real fast, and then it does the and it lands on a name. And Ariel, I think you should do the honors. The winner for this month.
All right, the winner is Joe. Congratulations. Way to
Joe Leonard. And what does Joe win?
He wins a free admission to this amazing 800-gram challenge.
That he does. And we hope he takes us up on it. If he doesn't, he can gift it to someone else. So if he's totally not into it, which he totally should be, I think he will be. Someone who likes to, he likes his meat. He likes his meat. So we got to throw some, he likes to smoke some meat. So we got to throw some extra vegetables on the side there. Yeah, nice job, Joe. And Joe's in there every month. It's about damn time. But Joe's in there every month. So he got his in this month. So yeah, free entry. Ariel, when does it start?
Starts this upcoming Monday, July 10th.
And how soon can people sign up?
Any day between now and then.
Get there now. If you're having trouble with the link, just send us an email or text and say, I want in. And I want those exact. I want in. I want 800 grams of fruits and vegetables inside me. That's what I want your text to say.
Yes, that's what we want.
Awesome. This is going to be great. I'm really excited. Cool.
Absolutely.
All right. Ariel, thank you so much.
Yes. No worries. Thank you.
This will be a lot of fun. And yeah, if you guys need anything, you got Coach Ariel, you got myself, but mostly directed to her. This is her show. This is her show. So yeah, have fun with it. And until then, I guess we'll see everybody where?
On the creek.
Say on the creek. Yeah, say on the creek.
Oh, it did on the creek. It was a question. Yeah,
you got it. Yeah. Don't question yourself. Have confidence. Be a queen. Sit up tall. You know this.
I know. I do. I just gotta be a little more focused.
All right, everyone. We will see you on the creek. We're getting